Hi friends, in today's video, I'm going to teach you all how to balance chemical equations. Let's begin. First, what do you mean by the term balance? I hope you have seen this. This is a beam balance. It's a traditional way to weigh mass of certain objects. Now, this is balanced. If I add some more mass to it, it tilts. Okay, now you understood what do you mean by balance. What is a chemical equation? Chemical equation is a chemical change which is represented by a symbol or chemical formula. Now this is a chemical equation. H2 plus O2 gives you H2O. H2 is nothing but hydrogen, and O2 is nothing but oxygen. H2 is water. Now this is a chemical equation. To check if it's balanced or unbalanced, we will do a table method. But before that, you have to know what is reactants and what is products. Reactants are the elements which are combined together to form a new substance or the product. Now these two are reactants. Hydrogen and oxygen are reactants as those two are combined together to form water, which is a product. Okay? Now, to check if it's balanced or not balanced, I'll tell you one thing. Now, what are the elements here in this chemical equation? Two elements are there. Hydrogen and oxygen. In the reactant side, how many atoms of hydrogen are there? In the reactant side, there are 2 atoms of hydrogen. In the reactant side, 2 atoms. For oxygen, in the reactant side, 2 atoms. As for product side, for hydrogen, we have again 2 atoms. For oxygen, if nothing is there, we consider it as 1. And product side for oxygen, we have how many atoms? 1 atom. So I'll write here 1. Now if you draw this table, you will understand if it's balanced or not balanced. Hydrogen is balanced. But is oxygen balanced? No. So how do you make it balanced? You have to remember one important thing. While balancing chemical equations, you are not supposed to change this subscript. This 2, 1, these are called subscripts which are written below. You can change the coefficients. Fine. Now, I have to make this 1 into 2. So, I'll put 2 coefficient. Now, 2 times 1 equals 2. So, is it balanced? But as I wrote 2 in front of hydrogen and oxygen, I have to multiply 2 is to 2 also. First, I multiply 2 is to 1 and it comes 2. As I wrote in front of this full compound, 2 is to 2 I have to do. 2 is to 2 gives you 4. Now, oxygen is balanced. Is hydrogen balanced? No. So, we have to change this 2 into 4. I will write 2 in front of it again. 2 2s are 2 times 2 gives you 4. Now I don't need to multiply with oxygen as they are separate. See, this is one element and this is another element. As they are separate, so I don't need to multiply 2 with this subscript of oxygen. Now it's a balanced equation. So 2H2 plus O2 gives you 2H2O. It's a balanced equation. Now I'll write another equation and let's balance it. Now let's balance these 3 chemical equations using this table. First, let's begin with this. In this, there are 2 elements which are hydrogen and chlorine. In the reactant side, the number of atoms of hydrogen are 2. Are 2. And for chlorine, in the reactant side, the number of atoms are also 2. In the product side, if nothing is there, we'll consider it as 1. For hydrogen in the product side, there is 1 atom. And for chlorine also same, 1 atom. Now, is this balanced? No. So, I have to make this one into 2. This one into 2. I will put 2 in front of it. Remember, I am not changing the subscript. I am changing the coefficient. 2 is to 1 gives you 2. Now, hydrogen is balanced. And as this 2 is in front of HCl, we have to multiply 2 with this one also. 2 ones are 2. Now both hydrogen and chlorine are balanced. Let's balance this equation. Now in this equation there is 2 elements, iron and chlorine. 2 elements, iron and chlorine. In the reactant side, for iron, there is 1 atom. In the reactant side, for chlorine, there is 2 atoms. In the product side, for iron, there is, if nothing is there, we consider it as 1. So, 1. And for chlorine, in the product side, there is 3 atoms. Now, iron is balanced, but chlorine is not balanced. So, to make this 2 as 3, I will put 3 in front of this chlorine. Now, 3 2s gives us 6. Now, it's easy to change 3 into 2. I will put 2 in front of it. 2 3s gives us 6. But remember, iron 2 is in front of iron also. So I have to multiply 2 with 1. 2 into 1 gives us 2. Now I have to change this one into 2. So I will put 2 in front of it. 2 is to 1 gives us 2. Now, is the chemical equation balanced? Yes. Let's balance this equation. In that equation, it's same. Iron, there are 2 elements, which is iron and oxygen. Now, there are 2 elements, iron and oxygen. In the reactant side, for iron, if nothing is there, we'll consider it as 1. There is 1 atom in the reactant side for iron. So I'll write 1. As for oxygen, it is 2. In the reactant side, the number of atoms for oxygen is 2. And in the product side, the number of atoms for iron is 3. For oxygen is 4. Now, is it a balanced equation? No. So, let's balance it. I have to change this one into 3. I'll keep 3 over here. 3 is to 1 gives us 3. Now, is it balanced? Now, again, I have to change 2 to 4. So, I will put 2 in front of it. 2 is to 2 gives us 4. Is it balanced? Yes. If you see clearly, I am not changing the subscript in any of these equations to balance them. I am changing the coefficient. Now let's solve more of such problems. Now let's balance these 2 equations using this table. First, what are the elements? Let's list it out. We have potassium, oxygen, hydrogen and sulfur. Potassium, oxygen, hydrogen and sulfur. Now in the reactant side, what is the number of atoms for potassium? 1. If there is no subscript, we will consider it as 1. So in the reactant side, the number of atoms for potassium is going to be 1. So I will write here 1. And as for oxygen, 1 plus 4 gives us 5. And for hydrogen, 1 plus 2 gives us 3. As for sulfur, in the reactant side, the number of atoms is only 1. Now, let's see for products. For potassium, we have 2. For oxygen, the number of atoms are 4. If there is no subscript, I'll keep it as 1. 4 plus 1 gives us 5. And for hydrogen, 2 atoms. And for sulfur, as there's no subscript, I consider it as 1. As for sulfur, 1. Now, in these, oxygen and sulfur are balanced. And only potassium and hydrogen are not balanced. Now, the question is, which one should we balance first? For this, to get an accurate answer, we have to go with the number of frequencies. What is frequency? The number of times that particular element has occurred in the chemical equation. First, let's try with hydrogen. 1 time, 2 time, 3 time. So, hydrogen, the number of frequency of hydrogen is 3. For potassium, 1, 2. Only 2 times. Now, in these two, which is the least? Potassium. So, we have to start balancing potassium first. I have to change this 1 into 2. So, I will put 2 in front of it. 2 is to 1. Now, 2 is to 1 gives us 2. But will it multiply only potassium? No. It will multiply oxygen and hydrogen as it is in front of potassium, oxygen and hydrogen. 2 is to 1, 2. 2 plus 4, this will become 6. And for hydrogen, 2 is to 1, 2. 2 plus 2, it will become 4. Now we have balanced potassium. We have to balance oxygen and hydrogen. In this, which one should we first balance? For that again, let's take the number of frequencies for oxygen. 1, 2, 3 and 4. The number of frequency for oxygen is 4. Now, potassium is gone. In hydrogen and oxygen, which element has the least frequency? Hydrogen, as it is 3. So, we will start with hydrogen first. So, to balance hydrogen, we have to convert this 2 into 4. This 2, we have to make it into 4. So, I will put 2 in front of it. 2 times 2 gives us 4. So, hydrogen will become 4 and it is balanced. But, we have to multiply 2 with oxygen, 1. As it is in front of both hydrogen and oxygen. 2 times 1 gives us 2. 2 plus 4 gives us 6. So, oxygen will become into 6. Now, it is balanced. The equation is balanced. So, our answer is 2KOH plus H2SO4 gives us K2SO4 plus 2H2O. Now, let me balance this equation. First, there are 3 elements: carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. The number of atoms present in the reactant side for carbon is 2. As for hydrogen, it's 6. For oxygen, it's 2. In the product side, the number of atoms for carbon is 1. As there is no subscript, we will consider it as 1. So, it is 1. And as for hydrogen, it is 2 atoms. 2 atoms. For oxygen, 1 plus 2 gives us 3. Now, in this table, none of them are balanced. Now the question is, which one should we balance first? For that, we have to balance the element with the least frequency. What is frequency? Frequency is the number of times that particular element has occurred in the chemical equation. So the frequency of carbon is 1, 2, 2 times. As for hydrogen, it is 1 and 2, 2 times. For oxygen, it is 1, 2, 3, 3 times. Now, in these 3 elements, which is the least? Both carbon and hydrogen have the least frequency. So, now we have to balance the one with the highest atomic number. The highest atomic number. So, what is the atomic number of carbon? 7. Atomic number of hydrogen? 1. It's 6. Now, which is the highest? Carbon. So, we have to start balancing with carbon. Now, I have to convert this one to 2. For that, we will write 2 in front of it. 2 times 1 gives us 2. So, this one will be into 2. Now, carbon is balanced. Next, we have to balance hydrogen. I have to convert this 2 into 6. So, it's pretty simple. I'll write here 3. 3 times 2 gives us 6. Done. But remember, it not only changes hydrogen, it changes even oxygen. 3 times 1 gives us 3. So, 3 plus 2 times 2 gives us 4. 3 plus 4 is 7. Now, carbon and hydrogen are balanced. We have to balance oxygen. So, I will write 7 in front of it. 7 twos are 14. So, this will become 14. Now, I have to convert this 7 into 14. So, I will write instead of 2, I will write 4. 4 times 2 gives us 8. 8 plus 3 times 1 gives us 11. Now, instead of 3, I will put 6 as I wanted to make it 6. Now, 4 times 2 gives us 8. 8 plus 6 times 1 is 6. 8 plus 6 gives us 14. Now, this is balanced. But remember that 6 times hydrogen. We have to even multiply hydrogen. 6 times 2 gives us 8. So, hydrogen will become 8. And in this case, 4 times 1 gives us 4. So, carbon will change into 4. So, I have to change carbon, this 2 into 4. So, I will put here 2. 2 times 2 gives us 4. Now, it is balanced. But 2 times 6 gives us 12. I'm sorry, 6 twos is 12 actually. Is 12. Now, this equation is balanced. Okay, let's solve some more. Now, let's balance this equation. First, what are the elements? Potassium, chromium, oxygen, hydrogen and sulfur. In the reactant side, the number of atoms present for chromium, they are potassium. For chromium, it's 2. And as for oxygen, it's 7 plus 4. 7 plus 4 gives us 11. And as for hydrogen, 2. For sulfur, 1. Let's see in the product side. For potassium, 2. For potassium, 2. As for chromium, 2. As for oxygen, 4. 4 plus 4 into 3. 4 threes are 12 plus 1 plus 2. 4 plus 12, 16. 16 plus 3 gives us 19. As for hydrogen, 2. Sulfur, 1. If there is no subscript, we will consider it as 1. 1 plus 1 into 3 gives us 3. 1 plus 3, 4. Now, potassium, chromium, hydrogen are same. We have to change oxygen and sulfur. Now, in these two, which has the least frequency, that we have to first balance. So, what is the frequency of oxygen? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times. For sulfur, 1, 2, 3. 3 times is the frequency. So, we'll start with sulfur first. To balance sulfur, I have to convert this 1. If there's no subscript, I'm considering it as 1. 1 into 4. So, I will write here 4. 4 times 1 equals 4. Now again, I am changing hydrogen to 4 times 2 gives us 8. So, hydrogen will be changed as 8. So, I will write here also 4. 4 times 2 gives us 8. Okay. Now, here if you see properly, I am changing even sulfur. 4 times 1 gives us, sulfur is already changed. Now, let's calculate oxygen. As potassium, chromium, sulfur are balanced. Let's go to oxygen. 7 plus 4 fours are 16. 7 plus 16, 7 plus 16, 7 plus 16 gives us 23. Now, for this product side, 4 plus 4 into 3, 12 plus, now it has not 1, it's 4. 4 times 1 is equal to 4 plus 2. 4 plus 12 is equal to 16. 16 plus 4, 20. 20 plus 2, 22. Now I have to change 22 to 23. So, I will keep here 2. 2 times 2 gives us 4. So, potassium will become 4 here. It's changed to 4. And as for chromium, 2 times 2 gives us 4. So, again chromium will be changed to 4. Then oxygen. 2 times 7 gives us 14. 14 plus 16, 30. So, 23 will be changed to 30. I wrote 2 here because 7 is an odd number. If I make it an even number, it will be easy for me to balance. Now, I have to balance chromium and potassium. Let's start with potassium. Here, I will write 2. 2 times 2 gives us 4. So, potassium is balanced. 2 times sulfur. 2 times 1 gives us 2. 2 plus 3. 2 plus 3 gives us 5. 3 times, so 2 plus 3 gives us 5. Where is sulfur? So, this is going to be 5. And 2 times 4 gives us 8. Now, 8 plus 12, 20. 20 plus 4, 24. 24 plus 2, 26. Next, let's balance chromium. Now I have to change this 2 into 4. So I'll put here 2. 2 times 2 gives us 4. And 2 into, this is 1. Subscript is 1. So 2 times 1 gives us 2. Again we have to multiply it with 3. 2 into 3 gives us 6. So sulfur will become, we have to include this also 2. So it will become 8. 6 plus 2, 8. Next, I have to change this 4 into, this 4 into 8. So, I will write here 8. 8 times 1 gives us 8. Now, it changes even hydrogen. 8 times 2 gives us 16. So, 8 times 2 gives us 16. hydrogen will turn into 16. So I have to change here also, write 16. So where is hydrogen? I'll write here 8. 8 times 2 gives us 16. Now we have balanced everything except oxygen. So if you see here, the oxygen value has changed. So let's again count it. 2 sevens are 14 and 8 fours are 32. 14 plus 32 gives us 40. Sorry. 46. Gives us 46. Now let's count oxygen here. 2 times 4, 8. 2 into 4, 8. 8 threes are 24. 8 threes are 24. I'm very sorry. 8 threes are 24 plus 8 times 1. There's no subscript, so I'm keeping 1. 8 into 1, 8. And 2, so I'm keeping here 2. 8 plus 24 gives us 32. 32 plus 8, 40. 40 plus 2, it is 42. Now, instead there's nothing in front of O2. If we write 3 here, 3 times 2 will become 6. 6. Now we'll calculate. 8 plus 24 gives us 32. 32 plus 8, 40. 40 plus 6, 46. Now, this equation is balanced. I hope you all understand. If you really like my video, then please do like, share and subscribe. Thank you.